So let's start. First of all, welcome all to this session. And as you all may know, the European Union and its reference networks, like ERN TransplantChild, there has been a continuous effort to improve this virtual consultation platform that we call CPMS. And as such, since February of this year, 2021, a significant change has been introduced in this platform to facilitate its use. And this is the main topic of today's webinar. As you all know, CPMS stands for Clinical Patient Management System, and is a tool that ERN professionals such as ourselves can use to consult a diagnosis, check for other treatments, request and give advice, or show maybe interesting cases you have in your centers. And this is all based on consultation panels. These consultation panels are the main building blocks, the main structure in which the CPMS is solely based. And this is where all the big changes has been made. The big changes, as previous users will know, they have very different steps and a lot of numerous steps. This has been the major and obvious change, where they have been simplified from the 7 steps that were before involved to simply 4. Before the data completion, panel selection and assessment were separated in different steps, but now they are joined in a single step, which facilitates a more organic discussion and increases the flexibility that gives you more easy access to information, a continuous discussion, and means that if, for example, other health professionals suggest a contribution of another expert, they don't have the lead panel, the lead of the panel doesn't have to go back and invite again the other expert, progress to data completion, and all the previous steps are now joined. For example, if you can check for data or ask for data for that matter, at the same time you are discussing the case, this eases much more the discussion. Also, other changes are the redesign of the block distribution of the platform, because before it was distributed in blocks and they were mixed and wasn't very easy to understand. And as such, they have separated the comment section and the contribution sections by using different tabs, as we can see here at the bottom, differentiating between the consultation form, some attachments that are mainly medical documents, the panel members, a dedicated tab for meetings for proposing and for accessing the meetings regarding the panel, and also a contribution and outcome tab, so that they cannot be mixed as said with the comment section. This has been all the changes, but now that you are all here and to increase its use, I want to give also a brief overview of the CPMS. As you all know, the easiest way to access the CPMS is via our web page, which is transplantchild.eu, and clicking on the CPMS ECP button. You have to log in with your EU login account, and we have different guides on and can provide help to create this login account. And we suggest, if you are following our guide, to use the SMS variety, where you can introduce your mobile phone and get the code to access the CPMS. This is called SMS text challenge. Once you enter the CPMS, you see the 3 main blocks, which is in the left, the main application panels, where you can see your centers, the different ERNs you have been accepted to, and the center, some training videos regarding the CPMS, although with this webinar you will be an expert, so don't worry. And on the right, there are some documentation and user manuals regarding the CPMS, like data usage or image viewers, but these are more technical documents, so don't worry about it. Following the 2 different views you can see on the CPMS, these are the center and the ERN views. In the center view, you can see your main dashboard. You can enroll a patient, see the patient list in your center, and the panels regarding those patients. Whereas in the ERN view, you can see, again, your dashboard regarding all the centers in the ERN, the panels of the ERN, different task lists you may have regarding contribution to panels or meeting participation. Also, the meetings you have been invited to or past meetings also, webinars such as this one, although they have been related only to the CPMS use, and different preferences for which you have to change your main area of expertise, such as pediatrician, liver transplantation, etc. Before enrollment, it's very important for you to get the consent form from the patient. You have to inform the family, receive the consent for the 3 different varieties that are that can be contributed or the data use be used, and save the consent in your center. It doesn't have to be uploaded to the CPMS. As you can see, the standardized consent form, as said, has 3 different inclusions for registers. To enroll a patient, once you have the standardized consent form, is to go to your center, click on enroll a patient, and fill the information. Important, check all the notes that for the different consents. If the patient doesn't give its consent for some of the registries, it should be written here. And click on enroll patient. Once you have a patient, you may want to consult some different questions, and for that you have to use a consultation panel. This consultation panel can be created via the consultation form, where you can introduce all the different information regarding the consultation, which is very simple, and I will not explain now. But as you can see, the main area or the main consultation request is this big block, and you have further attachment, let's say, to this consultation request for different episode description or surgical procedures or transplantation procedures, should you want to include them in this consultation and not write a very big block of essentially text. Also, you can see here at the very bottom that you can attach some medical documents. Once you have your consultation form written, you have to invite some panel members for discussing this consultation. This can be easily done by the tabs we talked previously, panel members, clicking on available, and searching for the different specialization or doctors or the thematic area, which is a list here in yellow, and simply clicking on invite. The person or professional who is invited will receive the invitation and can accept or refuse this invitation and contribute to the panel posteriorly. Also, there has been added another tab, which is the meetings, and you can create a schedule and see past meetings for discussing via video or audio, not necessarily writing, your contribution. And we encourage you to present yourself in these meetings and your case, such we have been doing in different activities like the CPMS real-life discussion that we have performed several weeks ago. So this is a very useful tool, so please use it. And it's clicking on meetings and schedule meeting, very simple. Once you've written the contribution, and as an expert that you have been consulted, you can write a contribution with your opinion or maybe a comment you want to do to this consultation. It's very simple. You simply have to click on the contribution and outcome tab and write your contribution and record the contribution, which is very important. later, if you have done a consultation and are satisfied with all the contributions different experts have been doing, you have to write the outcome of this panel. The outcome is very important because it's you have to do let's say a different summary of the contributions of the other experts and your say if you're satisfied with these contributions and maybe the outcome of the patient should it have been useful or not and different. It's free text, so you have to write, let's say, the outcome of the consultation. And you have also to click Save. Very important. The outcome is essential to perform the next step of the first steps previously said, which is the sign-off of the panel. As it says here, it is irrevocable. You cannot go back and change the consultation. And simply by clicking off sign off panel, you sign off the panel. After signing off the panel, you can check if the outcome and everything is okay, and posteriorly close the panel. And once the panel is closed, as we can see here at the very top, we can make the data available for the databases and registries of the ERN. So please click on it because it allows the researchers to go through the information and perform research. As we have previously said, you can collaborate the panel as an expert. And although I have briefly described, I will go over it very quickly again. Once you access the CPMS, you have your dashboard where you can see your panel invitations, your panels that you are already contributing, and maybe they have been an update, so you should check them. And also the task list you have been assigned for reviewing the draft document, review the data, maybe you have asked other for a panel, and etc. And also, if someone has asked you to provide more data regarding some of your panels, it will also appear. So, very quickly, and to finish this webinar. The CPMS, you have to, as a center, you can enroll a patient, getting its consent, and eliminating all the identifying data, which is very important. And you can open a new panel, writing the clinical information, inviting the members, performing some assessment, and writing the outcome document. If you want to collaborate in a panel, you will receive an invitation. You must enter the panel, give some assessment or contribution of your liking. And in this assessment, you can request additional data, attend or schedule meetings, comment, or record different contributions. This has been the CPMS in a very quick manner. I didn't want to make it very long, but I do want to take the time to thank you for your attention, and also say that should you want to have a more extended CPMS training session, please contact us at helpdesk@transplantchild.eu, and please do, because we are here to help you, and your patients and you will be thankful for this contribution. Also, there has been another update, which is important, that it's in the workings and CPMS app, so that the access and contribution and consultation will be much more easier to perform in the near future. So we'll keep you posted, but just wanted to give you this little end cap for the end of the webinar. So thank you for your attendance. And should you have any question, please unmute yourself and ask.
Can I put you a question, please?
Sure.
I have a panel from Centro Hospitalar Universitário de Coimbra that I can't close. I have made sign off, But I think you are the lead, the panel lead, and I can't close this panel. How can I proceed?
There has been an error. As a fact, we have been encountering some different problems with the close-up, precisely of the panels. And we already contacted with the support of the CPMS, the technical support of the CPMS, and are working on it. But if you can shoot me an email so that I can remember and ask for your panel specifically.
Yes, thank you very much.
Thank you.
I have to rewrite the outcomes because it has a lot of words. I try to do that, but I can't close the panel. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hi, I am Victoria Gordon from the Ghent University Hospital. I have a couple of questions. The informed consent forms, we have not to, there is no need to upload in these systems, if I understood correctly.
Yes, they must not be uploaded. Yeah.
Okay, and we have several informed consents. So if we have a informed consent who already is covering this issue, it is enough probably.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
It's and said that it can be shared within the European Union.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Please
yeah, of course.
send us to coordination@TransplantChild.eu the consent to check with the legal team if it works, but I think that it should work.
Because for the transplant patients, we have an informed consent that allowed the patients to be in different databases for transplant, for instance. One question, when is the meeting? There is a day of meeting about the advice, the advisory board have a day, or is meeting in different days, or there is one once a week or once a month, or it is not sure at this point. How will be the frequency of the meetings from the advisory ERN?
Which thing? I don't really understand the question about.
No, the question is what there is we can ask, we can discuss different patients. So I guess there is an advisory board that has to meet to answer the questions. And my question is, how frequent will this advisory board be meeting? There is once a week or is not sure at this point.
No, the thing that allows the CPMS is to not have this schedule, but
yeah,
that can be, you can perform, or maybe some other experts can perform the contribution without having to schedule a meeting.
Okay.
In your free time, you can perform your contribution in the CPMS directly.
Okay, okay, okay. So if you're in the advisory board, you receive that you have some questions, and okay.
That is correct. Yes.
Okay. Perfect. That was my question. Thank you.
You're welcome. It doesn't seem like we don't have any other questions. So again, thank you all for attending. And please, if you want some further deep through of the CPMS platform, please ask. It's helpdesk@transplantchild.eu. So thank you all.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.